Good morning. How are you guys doing? I hope that you're doing well. It rained a lot last night, so there's no sun inside. It's crazy weather. Today I thought we're gonna do it a little bit different. And it's gonna be a three-part video series. So I will go live this morning, in the afternoon, and the late afternoon. And what I want to talk to you about is about decision making. So about 10 years ago, I went to this Tony Robbins seminar. And Tony was picking a guy out of the audience who was overweight. So he pointed at the guy, "You there, stand up." And he was like really, really big. And then Tony asked him, "What's your favorite food?" And the guy said, "Pizza, I love pizza." So okay, everyone is laughing in the audience. And Tony, he took the overweight guy onto the stage. So at that time, Tony introduced something. It's called the Qualitative Quantifier. So he asked the guy like, okay, on a scale of -10 to +10, where is pizza? And he said, well, of course, it's like a +10. So Tony asked him, okay, for pizza to be a +10, what do you envision? What do you have in mind? So the overweight guy said like, oh my God, if it's a +10 pizza, it's like really cheesy, it's hot, it's warm, it smells good, it has, all these vegetables on it, there's sausage, and of course the audience is laughing and laughing. So okay, we got this image like, okay, a +10 pizza is that. So then Tony asked like, okay, for it to be a +8 on the scale of -10 to +10, what do you see? Well, maybe the pizza isn't as hot, but it's still warm, and it still has cheese, but maybe a little bit less vegetables. So as the time went by, Tony went from +10 to +8, and then like he asked him, okay, so for it to be like a +2, what does the pizza needs to be like? And the guy said, well, it's kind of cold, maybe the pizza was from the night before, and it doesn't smell as nice, and it's kind of sticky, but it was still a +2 pizza for him. And then Tony went to the -10 scale, like, okay, for the pizza to be like -10, what does it have to be? Oh, it's smelly, it's like 2 weeks old, and I feel tired. I imagine myself being tired afterwards, which I usually am, and I look at my belly, and so you see where I'm getting with this. Like, he only liked the pizza because in his mind he had a +10 pizza. And people who don't eat pizza that much, they usually are somewhere along the scale of -10 to 0. So how can you use this in your life to make better decisions? Well, whenever you have to make a decision and you're not doing it, like you want to do something but you're not doing it, often you are imagining it like on a scale of -10 to 0, because that's a negative number, and that's why you're not taking any action. So the way to change that is for you to go in your mind, okay, this action that I want to do, how can I change it from I don't want to do it to I would love to do it. I want it to be a +10. So to give you an example, it's lockdown in London. We can't really exercise apart from running in the park. And for the first couple of weeks I struggled with this. Like, I was laying in my bed, there was no pressure. It was relaxed and fun, and like, why should I go outside and jogging? So in my mind, outside jogging was kind of like a -8. Like, I have to put on my running shoes, and I don't know where to jog, and after the jogging, it's kind of like I'm still, I don't see the results. So I was imagining all of that in my mind, and as a result, I didn't go jogging. So one day, I woke up and I thought, I have to change this. So I thought about that thing that Tony Robbins talked about. So now when I want to go jogging, I say, okay, you know what? After the jogging, you feel great. And, during jogging, you get so many great ideas. Like when I go jogging, I get so many ideas. Like I almost have to stop and put them in my phone because it's like idea overload. And after jogging, I feel great. And My energy improves. Like I can see, like if I run for a few days, every day is getting better. I can see progress. I feel more fit. My skin gets better, etc., etc. So now in my mind, I link jogging to a +10 instead of like a -8. And what do you think happened? You know, I get out of bed, put on my running clothing and my shoes. I go out jogging, and afterwards I feel great. I have accomplished my goals. And this is a reinforcing belief. You know, you do it, you get the results, and the next day you do it again and again. But the same is true with a negative spiral. Like you go like, oh, yesterday you didn't run too, today let's not go running too. And it's kind of the same, the same, the same. And this quality quantifier you can use in your life with pretty much anything. About shopping, like maybe when you go shopping, you spend a lot of money and you don't want to do that. So think how you can change that experience to a minus so you don't do it anymore. Or maybe you are not saving because in your mind saving money is like a -8. How can you make the saving fun and focus on the benefits so you can make it a +8 or +9, that you know you're doing it and you don't hesitate and get frustrated with yourself and be a procrastinator, so to speak. So I hope this little exercise helps. And this is just live video 1 out of 3. Later in the day, I will give you a live video 2. So yeah, let me know in the comments below, like what is an action that you keep postponing, and what do you have in your mind when you think about that? And what number is it on that scale from -10 to +10? And then the second step is how can you make it into like a +8, a +9, and +10? So let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I would love to see how you're doing. That was it for now. I'll see you later today with video 2. Bye for now.